Hi, Tim here from ZoomReports. Thank you so much for watching this short demo on how to use the player's account. Now my guess is what brought you here is that you received an activation email that requested you to view an evaluation, to complete a self-evaluation, or to view a badge. Now if you haven't received that activation email yet, maybe try checking your spam or your junk folder, but this is what the activation email looks like, and I'm going to walk you through activating the account. So here's the activation email. As you can see, you've been added as a player on this team of this club. But the most important thing you need to note here is this really long activation link. That's what you're going to need to click on. So we'll click on this so you can see how to activate the account. Which brings us to a page within ZoomReports where you can type a password, confirm the password, and then click on activate. And that's going to bring you to your player account where you can view all the evaluations and self-evaluation requests that you have. Okay, so now we're logged into the player's account. As you can see, here are all the badges that have been given to the player. We'll go over that in a second. And these are all the evaluations for this player. To view a certain evaluation, just find the one you want to view and click on the magnifying glass. So here we are into the evaluation. Now, this box here that pops up is really important, because at the end you're going to be asked to accept the evaluation and enter in some correspondence if you feel so moved to do it. Now the correspondence is just a really easy way for you to communicate back to the coach how you feel about the evaluation, and then when you accept the evaluation, that just shows the coach that you've looked at it as well. More to that at the end, but first we'll close the box, and then as you can see there are numerical scores for certain skills as well as comments, and this is the technical area. As we scroll down through the rest of the evaluation, here's tactical. Now, this might differ for your club depending on what the director has set up. And as we scroll down through the rest of the evaluation, get to the very bottom. Again, here's a director's comment, so note that, as well as the overall comment for your player. And finally, correspondence. If you just click inside this comment box, now you can start typing about your experience with the club, with this coach, how your player enjoyed or didn't enjoy your time with the club. So once you finish writing some correspondence, you have two options. You can either accept the evaluation, or you can click on request clarification, and that's just going to alert the coach that you've got some more questions. Maybe you want to follow it up with a parent-coach meeting. Either way, we'll click accept, and that brings us back into our home account screen where you can see that the evaluation has been marked as accepted and can no longer be changed. Here we are back into the player account page. Now you might have received an email requesting that your player completes a self-evaluation. So upon logging in, you would see this screen. And the first thing you see is you currently have the following self-evaluation request pending. To complete that self-evaluation, click on complete self-evaluation. And that's going to bring you into the page where your player, or perhaps you and your player, work together on this. And if you want to give numerical scores for certain skills, you drag this green slider up and down, and then write a comment. This is a great opportunity for your player to really reflect on how they're doing, or maybe some goals that they have that they'd like to accomplish throughout the year. Either way, be brutally honest with yourself and use this as an opportunity to grow. And this should be a fun thing that you do, because from this, you're going to only grow. And that's what this is all about, helping players grow and reach their potential. So as we scroll down through the rest of the evaluation, again, you give yourself scores, write comments, and then at the very bottom you can sum it up with an overall comment. Again, maybe this is an opportunity to commit to what you're going to do this year, how you're going to step up, and the certain goals that you'd like to accomplish by certain dates. Either way, once you're finished, click on Send to Coach, and as the note at the very top of the page suggests, the evaluation was saved successfully, and now the coach can go log in and view all the comments that you've made about yourself. Which brings us to the last thing you can do, is you can view all of your badges that you've received. To do that, just click on the badge image, and there it is. As you can see, it's got the player's name at the top, and it's got this awesome comment that the coach wrote. Awesome job today against the Magic. You were magic. So the idea is for your coaches to give these short snippets of feedback to your players. Provides great motivation. We've actually heard stories of parents from other clubs, players from clubs, cutting these out from the email that comes in and laminating them and putting them on their wall. It serves as a great motivational piece. So that concludes this short demo on the player's account. If you have any questions about how to activate your account, you're missing the activation email, or you need to change your email or something of that nature, please email us at support@ZoomReports.com. And lastly, next time you see your coach, tell them thanks for providing this wonderful feedback. Not every coach in the country is going to the lengths that your coach is. So if you're receiving this feedback, you've got a great coach and you should thank him.